Welcome back to STLTV Live. I'm Vern Fuller. Here with me in the studio is Marjorie Williams, Executive Director of MindsEye, and Dr. Mike Donahoe, Ophthalmologist and Vice Chair of MindsEye Board. Give us a little background about your organization.
So MindsEye is the St. Louis region's reading service for the blind. And what we do is our volunteers read magazines, newspapers, books, even grocery ads. So all the things that you and I can just pick up and read ourselves, so that people who are blind, who have low vision, even people who can't turn the pages of a newspaper anymore, can hear all the things that we can pick up and read ourselves.
That's awesome. Marjorie, are there a lot of blind people in St. Louis?
Yeah,
Dr. Donahoe, sure. Is this really an issue?
Absolutely. I mean, every day I see people in my office who are unfortunately losing vision from various causes, one of the more common ones being macular degeneration, lose the ability to read.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We estimate that there's about 50,000 people in the St. Louis region that covers our area that are eligible for our services.
That's amazing, that many.
Yeah.
So what does the upcoming event actually do for the organization?
So the Soiree pour la Vue, what it does is it's actually one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. It's a Mardi Gras party, dinner auction. It's a really great time, and so it does two things. First, it raises funds for the organization, which is so important. It actually raises about just over a fifth of our budget every year. The other thing that it does is it really gives people a chance to see what we're doing. We have one of our listeners come out and she'll tell her story. People will get to meet some of our listeners that day and hear a little bit about what the agency really does on a day-to-day basis, which is really important for a lot of our donors.
And Dr. Donahoe, your role in the organization?
I was introduced to the organization by another eye care provider who invited me to go to the Soiree a few years ago. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to attend the Soiree, but I made a donation because it sounded like a great organization. Mm-hmm. And quite honestly, I was surprised that I had not heard of it. I've been practicing ophthalmology in St. Louis for 22 years now, and I had never heard of MindsEye until about 4 years ago.
And it's been around for how long?
42 years in March.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of my associates have heard of St. Louis Society for the Blind, but a lot of my colleagues have not heard of MindsEye, and I thought, you know, that's a shame. This organization does a great thing. It provides a totally different service than the other organizations that are helping the blind in the St. Louis area. So I wanted to become involved, and I contacted Marjorie. I think I gave her a little money, and she called me and said, hey, would you be interested in participating a little more, being a little more involved, and so that's where it started.
Awesome. Marjorie, what's your favorite aspect of this event that gives you a fifth of your annual budget?
Yeah, so the best thing for me is, you know, first of all, it's fun. We've worked really hard. This is our 12th year to make sure that it's a fun event and it's not just a stuffy thing, you know, fundraiser, because, you know, sometimes it can get a little rough. Right. But the really cool thing is getting to meet the people that support MindsEye. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't see them every day. And so it's a great thing to be able to get to talk to them and spend a little bit more time finding out what makes them support us.
That's awesome. And what can we do to assist you, or what can our viewers do to assist this organization? Well,
a couple different things. We're always looking for new listeners. Uh-huh. So if you know somebody who is blind or has low vision or can't turn the pages of a newspaper, send them our way. They can find an application at mindseyeradio.org. We're always looking for volunteers, so if you know somebody who has a great reading voice, we can definitely use them. Our volunteers read our segments every day, so we're always looking for people to help us with that. And of course, donating. So if they can't come to this event,
sure,
they can make a contribution online too.
Online?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we want to wish you all the best and great success on your event. Thank you so much for coming on today. Very insightful, because I too didn't know about MindsEye. Been here 42 years. It's break time again, but we'll be back with more Marjorie and Dr. Donahoe when we return with more STLTV Live.